In the shadows of history, my dear truth seekers, lies an enigma that challenges our understanding of human origins. Imagine for a moment colossal beings walking among us, leaving footprints that time has not been able to erase. What secrets lie buried in the forgotten verses of Genesis? What truths have been silenced for millennia? Today, we venture into forbidden territory, where the line between the divine and the extraterrestrial blurs. Prepare to question everything you believed you knew about our sacred history. The Nephilim, biblical giants that have intrigued theologians and conspirators alike. Were these beings the result of a forbidden union between the celestial and the earthly? Or perhaps, my friends, are we facing evidence of alien intervention in our most distant past? The scriptures speak of sons of God who joined with the daughters of men. But what if these sons of God were not fallen angels but visitors from the stars? The truth is hidden in plain sight. Skeletons of impossible proportions have been unearthed on every continent. Inexplicable astronomical knowledge in ancient civilizations. Megalithic structures that defy the logic of their time. What if I told you that the legacy of the Nephilim is not just a forgotten chapter of history, but runs through our veins? That their DNA, their knowledge, their power have secretly shaped the course of humanity? Tonight, my dear truth seekers, we will delve into one of the most intriguing biblical mysteries ever revealed. Prepare for a journey that will shake the foundations of your reality. Were the Nephilim fallen angels or extraterrestrial visitors? The answer, my friends, could change everything we think we know about our place in the cosmos. Welcome to the revelation. My dear truth seekers, to understand the enigma of the Nephilim, we must delve into the depths of ancient history. Our journey begins in the pages of Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 to 4. Listen closely. When men began to multiply on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful, and they took wives from among them. In those days there were giants on the earth, and also afterward, when the sons of God came to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. These were the mighty men of old, men of renown. This passage, seemingly simple, has puzzled scholars and theologians for millennia. Who were these sons of God? And who were these giants, the Nephilim? The traditional interpretation has led us to believe that the sons of God were fallen angels, celestial beings who succumbed to earthly temptation. But, my friends, what if this interpretation were only the tip of the iceberg of a much deeper and more astonishing truth? Consider for a moment an alternative perspective. In numerous ancient cultures, from Sumeria to Egypt, we find accounts of gods who descended from the skies to interact with humanity. These beings, often described as possessing advanced knowledge and technologies, could be the same sons of God mentioned in the Bible. The Hebrew word Nephilim is commonly translated as giants, but its linguistic root suggests something more: the fallen, or those who descended. Descended from where, you might ask? From the heavens? From the stars? Now, let me take you on a journey through time and space. Imagine a remote era, thousands of years ago, when the earth was young and humanity was just beginning to take its first steps on the path of civilization. Suddenly, the sky lights up with bright lights. Gigantic ships descend from the clouds, bringing with them beings of great stature and incomprehensible knowledge. These visitors, possessing technology so advanced that it would appear as magic to our ancestors, begin to interact with primitive humans. They share knowledge, teach skills, and yes, genetically mix with the local population. The result, a progeny of extraordinary beings, the Nephilim, described in ancient texts as mighty men of old, men of renown. But why is this theory not widely accepted? Why has it been relegated to the realm of the alternative and the conspiratorial? The answer, my dear truth seekers, lies in the power of established narratives and the fear of the unknown. Accepting the possibility that extraterrestrial beings played a role in our past challenges not only our religious beliefs, but also our understanding of history and our place in the universe. It is an idea that shakes the very foundations of our identity as a species. As we advance in our knowledge of the cosmos, shouldn't we remain open to these possibilities? The universe is vast and ancient. The notion that we are the only form of intelligent life is, at best, naive and, at worst, arrogant. The Nephilim, whether viewed as fallen angels or extraterrestrial visitors, represent a bridge between the divine and the earthly, between the celestial and the human. Their legacy, as we will see throughout this journey, could be far deeper and more enduring than we ever imagined. In the upcoming segments, we will explore archaeological, genetic, and cultural evidence supporting this revolutionary theory. Prepare yourselves, my friends, to challenge everything you thought you knew about our origins and our destiny. The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered. And we, the tireless seekers, are about to lift the veil of mystery. My dear truth seekers, we have reached the core of our investigation. It is time to delve into the evidence supporting the existence of the Nephilim and their possible extraterrestrial origin. Prepare for a journey that will challenge your understanding of human history. Let's begin with the archaeological evidence. Over the centuries, remains of human skeletons of gigantic proportions have been discovered in various parts of the world. These findings, often ignored or discredited by conventional science, could be the physical proof of the Nephilim's existence. In 1912, mummies over 2 meters tall were discovered in Lovelock Cave, Nevada. In 1928, a 3-meter human skeleton was unearthed in Guadalupe, Mexico. And in 1936, human bones suggesting a height of over 5 meters were found in Tura, Philippines. These are just a few examples of the numerous findings reported throughout history. But why aren't these discoveries widely known? Why aren't they part of our history books? The answer might lie in what I call the conspiracy of silence. Powerful institutions, fearful of the implications of these findings, could be actively suppressing this information. Now let's move on to cultural evidence. Virtually all ancient cultures have legends about giants or divine beings descending from the heavens. In Greek mythology, we have the Titans. In Norse mythology, the Jötnar. In Mayan culture, the Popol Vuh speaks of a race of giants who built great cities before the arrival of humans. These similarities among cultures that had no contact with each other are astonishing. How could civilizations so distant share such similar myths? The most logical answer is that these stories are not myths, but distorted memories of real events. But the most fascinating and controversial evidence comes from the field of genetics. In 2010, geneticists discovered that modern humans possess genes that do not belong to our known hominid ancestors. This alien DNA represents up to 5 of our current genome. Conventional science attributes this to interbreeding with unknown hominid species. But what if the truth is even more extraordinary? Consider the possibility that this alien DNA is literally that DNA from non-terrestrial beings. By interbreeding with early humans, the Nephilim could have introduced these genes into our population. This theory would not only explain the presence of this mysterious DNA, but also the seemingly inexplicable evolutionary leap our species experienced around 70,000 years ago. Now, let's examine some of the extraordinary abilities and knowledge that the ancients attributed to the Nephilim and their descendants. Advanced astronomical knowledge. Ancient civilizations like the Sumerians and the Mayans possessed astronomical knowledge that should not have been possible with the technology of the time. How did they know about planets not visible to the naked eye? Where did they obtain their precise calculations of celestial cycles? Inexplicable construction technology. The pyramids of Egypt, the structures of Puma Punku in Bolivia, the monoliths of Stonehenge. All these constructions defy our understanding of the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. Could they be the result of knowledge inherited from the Nephilim? Advanced medical knowledge. Ancient texts describe complex surgical procedures that should not have been possible at the time. The Edwin Smith Papyrus, for example, details neurosurgical procedures with astonishing precision. Where did this knowledge come from? Genetic manipulation. Some interpretations of ancient texts suggest that the Nephilim possessed the ability to genetically manipulate other species. Could this explain the sudden emergence of agriculture and animal domestication around 10,000 years ago? But there is more, my dear truth seekers. Ancient texts also speak of the extraordinary feats of the Nephilim and their descendants. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text, describes the Nephilim as beings of great power and knowledge, capable of teaching humans arts such as metallurgy, cosmetics, sorcery, and astrology. In the Bible itself, we find references to individuals of superhuman strength and size. Goliath, the famous giant defeated by David, is described as a warrior over 3 meters tall. Og, the king of Bashan, supposedly had an iron bed over 4 meters long. These accounts, long considered mere allegories or exaggerations, take on new meaning in light of the Nephilim theory. What if these heroes of yore were indeed the descendants of extraterrestrial beings, possessing superior physical and mental abilities due to their unique genetic heritage? The implication of this theory is profound and unsettling. It suggests that our species, far from being the result of purely Darwinian evolution, could be the product of deliberate genetic intervention by more advanced beings. This idea, known as directed panspermia, proposes that life on Earth could have been intentionally seeded by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. The Nephilim, in this context, might have been the cosmic gardeners tasked with guiding and accelerating our evolution. My dear truth seekers, I know these revelations may be difficult to digest. They challenge everything we have been taught about our origins and our place in the universe. But I ask you to keep your minds open. The truth, however uncomfortable, always deserves to be explored. In the upcoming segments, we will delve even deeper into these evidences and explore the implications of this theory for our understanding of human history and our future as a species. Prepare to question everything you believed you knew about who we are and where we come from. The truth is out there, my friends, waiting to be discovered. Together, we are about to lift the veil of mystery that has concealed our true origins for millennia. My dear truth seekers, we have barely scratched the surface of this cosmic mystery. But before we dive deeper into the enigma of the Nephilim, let me pose a disturbing question. What if I told you that the influence of these beings is not limited to the distant past? Imagine for a moment that the legacy of the Nephilim continues to manifest in our modern world. Could some of us carry the blood of these ancient giants in our veins? Are the elites who govern our world direct descendants of the Nephilim, possessors of knowledge and abilities that the rest of humanity can barely comprehend? Consider this: throughout history, certain families and lineages have maintained a disproportionate control over global power and wealth. From ancient royal houses to modern business dynasties, a small group of individuals has shaped the course of human civilization. Is this mere coincidence, or is there something more sinister at play? There are unconfirmed reports of individuals in positions of power possessing extraordinary physical and intellectual abilities. Leaders capable of working tirelessly for days without sleep, geniuses who revolutionize entire industries, athletes who defy the limits of human performance. Could these superhumans be the modern heirs of the Nephilim's genetic legacy? And what about the technological advances that have transformed our society in recent decades? The explosion of knowledge in fields such as artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and genetic engineering has been nothing short of astounding. Is it possible that this quantum leap in our scientific understanding is the result of ancient knowledge secretly passed down through the millennia by the descendants of the Nephilim? These questions may seem like they are straight out of a science fiction novel, but I assure you that reality often surpasses fiction. As we advance in our exploration, I ask you to keep your minds open to possibilities that challenge our conventional understanding of the world. In the upcoming segments, we will examine surprising evidence suggesting a continuous and active presence of the Nephilim's influence in our modern world. Prepare for a journey that will not only change your view of the past, but also radically transform your perception of the present and the future. The truth, my dear seekers, is about to become even stranger than fiction. My dear seekers of truth, we have reached a crucial point in our exploration of the mystery of the Nephilim. Before diving into the even more astounding revelations that await us, allow me to pause and address you directly, my loyal community of intrepid researchers. First, I want to thank you for your bravery and relentless curiosity. It is not easy to question established narratives, challenge the status quo, and seek truth in the darkest corners of history. You, my friends, are the true heroes of this quest for forbidden knowledge. If the revelations we have shared so far have sparked curiosity in your minds, I assure you the best is yet to come. But to continue this journey together, I need your help. I ask you to actively join our community of truth seekers. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you will not only receive notifications of our upcoming videos, but will also become an integral part of a global network of inquisitive minds challenging the limits of the known. Additionally, I urge you to share this video with those you believe are ready to awaken to these hidden truths. Every mind open to these possibilities is a victory in our collective quest for enlightenment. Remember, truth thrives in the light of collective investigation. Your comments, questions, your own theories and research are vital to this process. Do not hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments section. Together, we can decipher the enigmas that have puzzled humanity for millennia. We are on the verge of revelations that could rewrite the history of humankind. Are you ready to take the next step on this extraordinary journey? The truth awaits us, my dear seekers. Let's move forward together toward the light of knowledge. My dear seekers of truth, we have reached the pinnacle of our exploration. Prepare to dive into the most astonishing revelations about the Nephilim and their ongoing influence in our modern world. Let's begin by examining the possibility that the genetic legacy of the Nephilim persists in the current human population. Recent genetic studies have identified what scientists call outlier genes, genetic sequences that seem to have no origin in our known hominid ancestors. These genes, which represent approximately 5% of our genome, have been attributed to mixing with unknown hominid species. But what if their origin is even more extraordinary? Consider the so-called Rh-negative factor in human blood. Approximately 15% of the world's population has Rh-negative blood, a characteristic not found in any other primate. Women with Rh-negative often experience complications during pregnancy when the fetus is Rh positive, as if their body is rejecting an extraneous genetic element. Could this Rh-negative factor be a remnant of Nephilim DNA? But the implications go beyond mere scientific curiosity. There are unconfirmed reports of individuals with extraordinary abilities that challenge our current understanding of human capabilities. These modern superhumans exhibit traits such as superhuman intelligence, individuals capable of performing complex mental calculations instantly or with perfect photographic memory. Exceptional physical strength. People who can lift impossible weights or perform inhuman feats of endurance. Extrasensory perception, documented cases of individuals with telepathic or clairvoyant abilities. Extreme longevity, reports of people living far beyond the normal life expectancy, maintaining youthful vitality. Could these individuals be the modern heirs of the Nephilim's genetic legacy? The idea that a superior race exists among us is controversial and potentially dangerous. However, we cannot ignore the evidence suggesting that some people possess abilities beyond what we consider humanly possible. Now, let's examine the possibility that the descendants of the Nephilim not only exist among us, but also hold positions of power and influence in our society. Throughout history, certain families and lineages have maintained disproportionate control over world affairs. From ancient royal houses to modern business dynasties, a small elite group has shaped the course of human civilization. Consider some intriguing evidence. Blue bloodlines. Many European royal families claim descent from ancient lineages dating back to biblical times. Could these claims hold a kernel of truth, linking them directly to the Nephilim? Secret societies organizations, like the Illuminati, the Freemasons, and the Bilderberg Group, have long been the focus of conspiracy theories. Could these societies be the guardians of the secrets of the Nephilim, passing down ancient knowledge through generations? Unexplained technological advances. The rapid technological progress of the last few decades has been nothing short of astounding. Is it possible that this quantum leap in our scientific understanding is the result of ancient knowledge, gradually released by the descendants of the Nephilim? Control of global resources. A small group of corporations and individuals controls a disproportionate share of the world's resources. Is this simply the result of human greed and manipulation? Or is there a deeper agenda at play? But the implications of the Nephilim's ongoing influence extend beyond politics and economics. Consider the realm of spirituality and religion. Many spiritual traditions speak of ascended masters or enlightened beings guiding humanity's spiritual evolution. Could these beings be the Nephilim or their descendants, working behind the scenes to elevate human consciousness? Let's examine some intriguing connections. The concept of avatars in Hinduism, divine beings who incarnate in human form to guide humanity. The idea of bodhisattvas in Buddhism, enlightened beings who forego final liberation to help others. Esoteric, traditions that speak of a white brotherhood or masters of wisdom secretly guiding human affairs. Could all these traditions be speaking of the same reality, the continuous presence of the Nephilim or their descendants among us? Now, let me present an even bolder theory. What if the Nephilim never really left? What if, instead of disappearing, they simply withdrew into the shadows, maintaining a hidden but active presence in our world? Consider the persistent reports of UFO sightings and encounters with extraterrestrial beings. Many of these accounts describe beings of great stature with technological abilities far superior to ours. Could these extraterrestrials actually be the Nephilim or their descendants who continue to monitor and guide humanity's development? This theory could explain many anomalies in our history and current world. The inexplicable megalithic structures around the world, from the pyramids to the monoliths of Stonehenge. The seemingly impossible technological leaps in ancient civilizations. The sudden emergence of agriculture and animal domestication around 10,000 years ago. The exponential scientific and technological advances of recent decades. The persistence of extreme socioeconomic inequalities, keeping a small elite in power. My dear truth seekers, I know these revelations can be overwhelming. They challenge everything we've been taught about our history, our reality, and our place in the universe. But I urge you to consider the implications. If the Nephilim or their descendants are still among us, influencing the course of human civilization, what is their ultimate agenda? Are they guiding us toward a future of enlightenment and technological advancement? Or is there a more sinister purpose behind their hidden influence? And perhaps the most important question of all, if we carry the genetic legacy of the Nephilim in our DNA, what is our true potential as a species? Are we on the brink of an evolutionary leap that will take us beyond the limitations of what we consider human? These questions do not have easy answers, but exploring them is crucial to understanding our true nature and destiny as a species. In the final segments of our journey, we will examine the implications of these revelations for our future and how we can navigate this new paradigm of reality. The truth, my friends, is stranger and more wonderful than we ever imagined. And, together, we are about to cross the threshold into a new understanding of our existence. My dear truth seekers, we have reached a crucial point in our journey of discovery. The revelations about the Nephilim and their continued influence in our world compel us to reconsider not only our history, but also our fundamental understanding of reality and our place in the cosmos. Let us now elevate our perspective, transcend the limitations of our everyday perception, and contemplate the deeper implications of what we have discovered. Firstly, we must consider the very nature of our existence. If, as the evidence suggests, we are the result of a deliberate genetic intervention by more advanced beings, what does this mean for our identity as a species? Are we simply a cosmic experiment, or is there a higher purpose behind our creation? This perspective leads us to question the very foundations of our religious and spiritual beliefs. The ancient stories of gods descending from the heavens to interact with humanity take on new meaning in light of the Nephilim theory. Could our religions be attempts to understand and make sense of these encounters with superior beings? Moreover, if the Nephilim continue to influence our development from the shadows, how does this affect our concept of free will? Are we truly the architects of our destiny, or are we following a cosmic plan designed by our alien creators? These questions lead us to consider the very nature of reality. Quantum physics has shown us that the universe is far stranger and more mysterious than we ever imagined. The idea of multiple dimensions and parallel universes, once considered science fiction, is now the subject of serious scientific investigation. Could the Nephilim be multidimensional beings capable of moving between different planes of existence? This would explain their apparent ability to appear and disappear at will, as well as their seemingly magical technology. Furthermore, we must consider the ethical implications of our discoveries. If some individuals or groups possess superhuman abilities due to their Nephilim genetic heritage, how does this affect our concepts of equality and justice? Should we fear these superhumans or seek to learn from them? And what about our future as a species? If we carry the genetic potential of the Nephilim in our DNA, are we destined to evolve into a higher state of existence? Or might genetic manipulation and technology allow us to accelerate this process, merging with artificial intelligence and transcending the limitations of our biology? These questions lead us to consider our place in the grand cosmic tapestry. The universe is vast and ancient, and it is likely that countless civilizations exist at different stages of development. Could the Nephilim be just one among many advanced species that have influenced the development of younger civilizations? This cosmic perspective compels us to reconsider our priorities as a species. Our terrestrial struggles and conflicts seem insignificant when considered on a galactic scale. Perhaps the true purpose of the Nephilim's intervention is to guide us toward greater unity and cooperation, preparing us to take our place in a broader cosmic community. My dear truth seekers, these reflections may seem overwhelming, even frightening. They challenge everything we thought we knew about ourselves and our place in the universe. But I urge you to see this not as a threat, but as an incredible opportunity. We stand on the brink of a new era of understanding, one in which the boundaries between science, spirituality, and philosophy blur. Our discoveries about the Nephilim are not the end of our quest, but merely the beginning of a journey toward higher consciousness and a deeper understanding of reality itself. In contemplating these transcendental truths, let us remember that each of us has a role to play in this great cosmic drama. Whether we are direct descendants of the Nephilim or simply bearers of their genetic legacy, we all have the potential to rise above our perceived limitations and contribute to the evolution of our species and our planet. The truth, my friends, is greater and more wondrous than we ever imagined. And together, we are about to take the next step on our cosmic journey toward enlightenment. My dear truth seekers, we have traveled an extraordinary path together, unraveling the mysteries of the Nephilim and their implications for our existence. Now, it is time to reflect on how these revelations can impact our personal lives and our perception of the world around us. First, I invite you to consider your own genetic heritage. Have you ever experienced abilities or perceptions that seem to go beyond the ordinary? Perhaps an extraordinary intuition, an inexplicable connection with the spiritual or even physical or mental abilities that surprise those around you. These could be signs of your own Nephilim legacy, waiting to be awakened and developed. Reflect on your own life experiences. Have you had inexplicable encounters that might now make sense in light of this new understanding? Vivid dreams of extraordinary beings, déjà vu sensations that seem to transcend this life, or moments of clarity and understanding that seem to come from an external source. All of these could be echoes of our ancestral connection with the Nephilim. Consider how this new perspective can transform your approach to everyday life. If we are indeed descendants of cosmic beings with extraordinary potential, how does this change the way we tackle challenges and opportunities? I urge you to dare to dream bigger, to challenge your own limits, and to explore capabilities you might not even know you possess. But with this knowledge comes great responsibility. If we carry within us the legacy of the Nephilim, we have an obligation to use that potential for the greater good. How can you use your unique gifts to make the world a better place? How can you contribute to the evolution of human consciousness? I encourage you to explore practices that can help you awaken and develop your hidden potential. Meditation, yoga, martial arts, and other spiritual and physical disciplines can be powerful tools for accessing latent abilities in our DNA. Keep an open mind and be willing to experiment with different approaches. At the same time, it is crucial to maintain a balance between seeking our extraordinary potential and our connection to humanity as a whole. Remember that regardless of our lineage, we all share a common bond as human beings on this planet. Use your newfound understanding to foster empathy, compassion, and unity, not to create division or feelings of superiority. Finally, I urge you to share this knowledge with discernment. Not everyone is ready to accept these truths, and it is important to respect each person's individual journey. Be beacons of light and knowledge, but allow others to approach you when they are ready. Hamiwi, dear truth seekers, you stand on the threshold of an extraordinary personal journey. The revelations about the Nephilim are not just information to ponder over, but an invitation to rediscover who you truly are and what your purpose is in this vast cosmos. May this new understanding inspire you to live each day with wonder, curiosity, and a renewed sense of purpose. The legacy of the Nephilim lives within each of you. It is time to awaken to your true potential and contribute to writing the next chapter in the grand cosmic story of humanity. My dear truth seekers, we have reached the end of this revealing journey, but in reality, this is only the beginning. The knowledge we have shared about the Nephilim and their influence on our existence is merely the tip of the cosmic iceberg. Now the responsibility to continue this quest lies with each of you. I urge you not to let these revelations become mere passive information. It is time to act, to awaken, to evolve. Here are your missions, should you choose to accept them. Delve into your personal research. Explore ancient texts, study recent scientific advances, and keep your mind open to unexpected connections. The truth often hides in the most unsuspected places. Cultivate your latent abilities. Meditate, practice creative visualization, explore techniques for expanding consciousness. The Nephilim potential within you awaits awakening. Connect with other truth seekers. Join our online community, participate in discussions, share your discoveries and insights. Together, we can decipher the mysteries that individually elude us. Keep a record of your unusual experiences. Vivid dreams, synchronicities, moments of inexplicable clarity, these could all be clues to your cosmic heritage. Spread this knowledge wisely. Not everyone is ready for these truths, but those who are will find you. Be beacons of light and knowledge in a world that needs awakening. And of course, stay connected with this channel. In the coming weeks, we will unveil even more astounding evidence about our true history and potential. Subscribe now and activate notifications so you don't miss any revelations. Remember, my dear truth seekers, you are not mere observers in this grand cosmic drama. You are active participants, co-creators of our collective destiny. The legacy of the Nephilim lives within each of you. It is time to claim your cosmic heritage and shape the next chapter of human evolution. The truth is out there, and it is also within you. Are you ready for the next level of discovery? The journey continues. Until our next meeting, keep your minds open and your eyes on